Guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we have a full case of the Captivz Jurassic World Dominion figures here. I'm going to go ahead and readjust this so that it goes behind that beautiful Jurassic World logo so you can see that front and center. But I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to Toymonster International as well as Playwise Partners for helping me to acquire this, as well as all of the other Jurassic World Dominion Captivz that you've seen over the last few days here on the channel. A huge thank you again goes out to them for hooking me up with all of this awesomeness. But as you can see again here, we have a full case, so that means we should have the entire line of the Captivz figures here as far as the normal ones go. And as far as the box art goes, straight away you can see that we have again a shot of the Pyro Raptor and the Giganotosaurus. Those are the ultra rare versions. Obviously you could see, can you find a metallic dinosaur? Then we have some images over here again showing off some of the features of the dinosaurs. Again, the Captivz logo as well as the Jurassic World Dominion logo right there. And then if you take a look over here at the side, you can see we're absolutely bursting with eggs in there. We also have a really nice shot of the Pyro Raptor right there, a little bit further down. And then if we turn here to the back, we've got to look at the full lineup of these figures here. And you can see quite a bit of really nice looking species in here. And then if we take a look again at the other side, it's the Pyro Raptor, this time chasing the Jurassic World logo, it looks like, which is really cool. And then actually up here on the top, let's see if we can do this without dumping everything out. You can see again dinosaurs in slime, and you can also see a really beautiful image of Rexy and the Jurassic World Dominion logo yet again. So once we open this up, oh wait, actually there's another area in here. So when we open this up, there's another area again with Rexy and the Jurassic World logo. We've also got a helicopter up here searching for Rexy, and then it's actually the same image up there on the top. But once we pull that out, you can now see all of the eggs here kind of littering the entire inside of the packaging. So let's go ahead, move this out of the way, and we're going to bring each and every egg in and unbox them right now. So just like we saw in the recent unboxing of that kind of mega egg that they have out, the artwork here on the eggs looks really nice. We have the Rexy image as well as the Jurassic World logo yet again. And then as you kind of look around here at the egg, you can see all sorts of information and images as you again check the entire thing out. And just like with the first round, once we take that first layer off, you have the amber type appearance to the packaging here on the inside. And yet again, it's another layer of the plastic that you have to remove. So we'll remove that. And then we have just the egg itself, the black egg with a really cool, really nice textured appearance to it, which I definitely like. And then once we pop that egg open, very carefully, you open it up, and now we have the slime and the dinosaur separate. This is something that many people were kind of iffy about in the past. Not everybody was happy that the dinosaur itself was covered in slime. I didn't mind it. Of course it's better without the slime just because you don't have to clean it off of the dinosaur. But sometimes people were a little bit unhappy about the fact that they were covered in slime. So now, rather than having them still encased in slime, we have the slime separate, and you can see we have Biosyn slime, which I love the fact that they have this called Biosyn slime. And then you can also see a really cool Jurassic logo. And then over here, we have our dinosaur itself. So let's go ahead, pop this open, and we'll see who exactly is contained within. Oh, there, I almost pulled it. Oh, look at that. We already have the Spinosaurus. And we did actually get the Spinosaurus in the package a few days back that had that mega egg. Although this one actually looks like it's a little bit in better shape than the one that I had in that other egg. Let's pop the tail on there. And that is another really nice looking. This is definitely my favorite version of the Spinosaurus from the Toymonster International line so far. I really like that Spinosaurus coloration. The sculpt is really nice as well, but the coloration is beautiful on this one compared to the grayish version that we had. And then you can see that here we have the, again, rules to play the game, telling you basically how to play it, And then you also have a look at some of the other extra dinosaur figures that are out there. We have exclusives with an amber Pyro Raptor, the Baryonyx with the mechanical arm, which we did actually acquire already. And then you can also see we have an aqua Therizinosaurus and a metallic green Spinosaurus. And then if we take a look here at the back, you can see what the ultra rare figures are currently, as we have the limited edition Giganotosaurus and ultra rare Pyro Raptor. And then you run down the list of the different species that are included in the first wave of the Captivz Dominion figures, which we have quite a few. So let's go ahead and keep opening these eggs and see if we get all of the different species. So I've gone ahead and opened all of the eggs, and we have quite the nest going on here currently. This almost reminds me of the scene from the Americanized Godzilla from the 90s, where all the eggs are pretty much littering the building in Madison Square Garden. It definitely feels like a similar situation with much smaller eggs. But anyway, I'm going to remove the eggs from the review station, pull all of the dinosaur packages out, and we will open each and every one of them right now. Okay, so now we just have a ton of packages here next to us to open up. I love this new way of doing things when it comes to these Toymonster International Captivz figures, because it's just so much more convenient to have them like this, rather than, you know, pulling them all out of the slime. Now I can just set all the packages over here and just open them up one after another. And as you can see, we have an Atrociraptor straight away. We've got Ghost here, I believe, if I could stop dropping the pieces of him and put him together. Or her, I don't really know exactly what it is. And there we go, we have a Atrociraptor Ghost, and that is absolutely awesome. Wow, that's a really nice looking version of a Atrociraptor Ghost. Can't wait to actually review all of these, because that's going to be incredibly exciting to get a nice closer look at them. And you can see, as far as the token goes, you've got a nice image there of Ghost, again, the title of the species, and then on the back you have all of the information on the species, the killer rating, the intelligence. Very, very cool. Lets us know that these are actually over 6 feet in height and 500 pounds. So definitely a pretty sizable animal. And then the next one we have is the Ankylosaurus. Let's get the tag out of there. Yeah, the tag, I meant the token. But you can see the Ankylosaurus token right there. And then again, the information on the dinosaur there on the back. And we have our Ankylosaurus itself. I definitely like this version coloration. Wow, that tail was really smooth to go on that top right there. But I definitely like the coloration of this one, I think, more than the previous one. Very nice looking. Almost JP3-ish kind of. So let's go ahead and keep going. And the next one we have is... oh, we have the T-Rex. So as always, we've got the token right here, again showing off the image of the Tyrannosaurus. And then here on the back, let's see, I have it this way. We've got the information. The killer rating is through the roof on the T-Rex, that's for sure. And then we'll go ahead and get our Rex together. Wow, that one actually looks really nice. I like the color of this one. A little bit different than the previous green Rexes. I think we've had 2 green Tyrannosaurs up until this point. So it's nice to see a little difference. Definitely a really nice looking one. A nice lighter green on this one. It's pretty darn nice. Nice wash to it as well. Again, I'm really excited to... let's get the head back on there a little better. Really excited to get a closer look at all of these and see how nice they look, because I'm just basically taking kind of a quick glance at them while we open them up. And then I'll obviously film the review after this to take a closer look at them with you guys. And we have stuff that we're losing here. But as you can see, we definitely have the Dilophosaurus. The second time we've had the Dilophosaurus in the line. And you can see the, again, token with the information on the Dilophosaurus there on the back. And this one looks better, I think, than the original one. The coloration is really nice on this one. Let me figure out how the tail goes on here. It's always a moment of confusion trying to figure out which side is the upper side. There we go. I think we have that on right. And that one is really, really nice. I love the colors of this Dilophosaurus much more than the older one. Beautiful greens. We have like variations of greens on this one. Really cool looking frill. Obviously, we're trying to replicate the Jurassic World Dominion version of the Dilophosaurus this time. And then the next one is going to be the Carnotaurus. Yes, of course. One of the ones I'm looking forward to the most would, of course, be the Carnotaurus. And we've got the token right there. And then the information here on the back. Pretty good killer rating on the Carno. And then we'll get the tail on the Carnotaurus, and I think there's a very good chance this is going to be my favorite version of the Carnotaurus as well. And that is definitely the case. The reddish coloration on this one, I love how subtle it is running along the back. That is a really cool version of the Demon Carno. I do see that we still have that kind of like scar, so it's basically the reused Toro figure, but unquestionably the nicest version of that Carnotaurus so far, which seems to be a pretty strong factor in this line of Captivz, because I think this is probably one of my favorite Rex figures they've had. Definitely my favorite Ankylosaurus, definitely my favorite Dilophosaurus, and I would say definitely my favorite Carnotaurus as well. So let's go ahead and open this one up and see what we've got. Oh, we have a second Dilophosaurus. So now another one here with the Dilophosaurus. That was weird to get the repeat immediately after we get it. Like normally if we get a repeat, it's a little ways down, but that was like really quickly after getting the first one. But now we have two of that Dilophosaurus, so the repeats have begun. And I just knocked the Carnotaurus over on his face. Let's see what one we have here. Fingers crossed it's not a species we've already got here. Oh, I threw everything everywhere, and it is! It's the Ankylosaurus again. So now we've got two Ankylosaurus. Get the tail on there. Now that one was a little bit stiffer than the first time around. But we've got two Ankylosaurus and quite a few dead theropods over here because we just took them all out with the Ankylosaurus, and with the spikes that thing has on it, I would not want to be smacked by those. I can only assume the Dilophosaurus is hiding his face right there because he's in tears. And then this time we have, in a little bit more of a calmer fashion, we'll open this one up. So we've got, oh, I think we have the Stygimoloch. Did the head come out? Yeah, I missed it. So the Stygimoloch this time. And although this is a species we've had in the line before, this is a brand new version for the Dominion line. And again, we can see the token right there. Let's go ahead and get our Stygimoloch put together. Don't know how different it is from the older ones. Okay, the head's a little bit stiff, and the head's not even on all the way yet. There we go. And then the tail. The tail went on really smooth, but the head was a little bit stiff. It definitely looks like it has some differences, maybe like a slightly lighter tone of color. We'll have to bring one of the older ones in when we do the review and compare and contrast. And the next one is, we have still a lot yet to go as far as these eggs. Oh, we have one of the rare ones, and it's the Giganotosaurus. Oh man, I'm really excited to check this out. My first time looking at the sculpt of one of these Captivz Giganotosaurus figures. You can see again, limited edition. And then we have, wow, the killer rating is really through the roof on this one. I think more so than the Tyrannosaur. And then we'll go ahead and get this put together. Goes on pretty easily. The pop and lock feature, as they call it. And there we go. The Giganotosaurus is set, and that is fantastic, man. That might be the nicest sculpt I've seen when it comes to the toy lines that are out for Dominion so far. When we are speaking of the Giganotosaurus, that is just gorgeous. Definitely a really cool figure, and he fell right on his face. I'm not going to try to stand each and every one of them up, because as I put them back there, I'm going to keep smacking them into each other, and they're going to keep falling. So I'm not too worried about them all standing at this point in time. And I dropped this, so let's open this one. And then we'll find out who's inside this time around. Well, if I can ever get it out, we'll find out anyway. Oh, we have the Therizinosaurus, and we do kind of, well, not kind of, we do have this figure already, because this one was actually also in the Mega Egg that we had unboxed recently. So this is our second Therizinosaurus, but an equally beautiful Therizinosaurus. I can say it looks slightly different. The original one had a little bit of like a brighter pink, I think, on it, more so than what this one has on it here. But we can also see again the token, if I can lift it up. We've got the Therizinosaurus token, and I dropped it again, and then we can look at the back. Pretty big killer rating for a vegetarian. Interesting. Apparently plants make you go crazy. And then the next one is the Spinosaurus again. So that's our third Spinosaurus, I think, at this point, because we had one in the Mega Egg, and now we have two here in this case of figures, but still absolutely in love with that Spinosaurus. And we'll go ahead and get the token out of here. And then here's our Spinosaurus from earlier as well. And then the next one is another rare one. Oh, this is the Pyro Raptor. This is one I was really looking forward to seeing as well. Funny that the two more rare ones would be the ones that I'm most interested in seeing. Wow, it looks so cool with this really bright metallic red color on it. That might be my favorite. I went on really easy, but that is probably my favorite out of all of the exclusive, like, limited metallic versions they've had from the start of the line, honestly. That is just a really, really cool looking reddish tone that we have for that Pyro Raptor, and man, is that sculpt fantastic. So we have the rare ones, so that's a plus, and then we've got ourselves, again, ultra rare Pyro Raptor, and then here on the back, all the information included with our Pyro Raptor. And the next one is, let's see here what we've got this time around. We have the Mosasaurus. And this one, again, I have a very strong feeling is going to be my favorite of the Mosasaurus that we've had up until this point as well, just because I had seen an image of this one, and it looked really nice, and there we go. Absolutely a beautiful looking version of the Mosasaurus. The eyes are, oh, the tail's off a little bit still. The eyes are a little bit big, I think, on our Mosasaurus, but overall that is still a really cool looking version. Again, it seems to be the same reused sculpt as per usual, but the paint job is new and it looks really nice on this one. And then we've got the token for the Mosasaurus and then the information on the Mosasaurus here on the back. Pretty good killer rating for itself. And then we have another Therizinosaurus. So we are definitely pulling in some good Therizinosaurus figures this time around, because this is the third of those as well, which means the more extras that I get, the more repaints that I'm going to have in the future. And I've been wanting to repaint some of these Captivz figures for so long. So having quite a few is definitely going to entice me to repaint a lot of these if I get extras again of a lot of them. For sure, we already have the Spinosaurus, the Ankylosaurus, and the Therizinosaurus as far as extras go. And then this time around, well, we can see who's creeping out of there. We've definitely got ourselves an Atrociraptor in here. Here comes the tail. Get the rest of that out. Where is the head? Did the head pop out? Oh, the head, I think. No, I don't know where it is. Where's the head? Where's our Atrociraptor's head? Oh boy, it's still trapped up here in the top of the packaging. There we go. I was starting to get worried for a moment there. For a second, I thought we were going to have the Headless Horseman here, or the Headless Atrociraptor, but we don't. Alas, we do have the head, and we have the body together now, and this is a really cool one because I love the similarities between this and the Lost World Velociraptors. A strong similarity when it comes to the coloration of this and the, Lost World Raptors, which the Atrociraptor Ghost over there is kind of like a similarity between the female JP3 Raptor and then Tiger, which is obviously this one is similar to the Lost World Raptors, but yet another really nice looking Atrociraptor. Can't wait to get all of them, all four of them, as time goes on, because I believe with this round we only have Ghost and Tiger, so in the future we'll hopefully get all of them. And the next one is the Giganotosaurus, the regular one. So psyched to check this one out. Really, really psyched to check this one out, possibly more so than any of the other figures, although I'm still dying to see the regular version of the Pyro Raptor. Had to get that tail on there, get this head on here, and there we go. That is a fantastic version of the Dominion-style Giganotosaurus. Man, that sculpt is good. I really, really hope we get an extra of this one, because I just really want to repaint one of these Giganotosaurus figures. He doesn't want to stand right now. He's going to fall on his face. It looks like, oh, there they all went down now. But there is the token for the regular Giganotosaurus. I would imagine the information probably the same as what we had just seen before. And then we've got, oh, wow, that was very convenient. So instantly we have a second Giganotosaurus. Apparently someone was looking out for me right there, because they immediately gave me what I asked for, and that was a second Giganotosaurus, because I want to repaint one. And then the next one is, I'm not sure because I don't want to look at the token quite yet. We have Atrociraptor Ghost yet again. So let's go ahead and put Ghost together. I really think Ghost is probably my favorite. It's hard to really judge between Ghost and Tiger who would be my favorite, but I really love Ghost. I think Ghost just looks so cool as far as the coloration. And I've always been a huge fan of the JP3 Raptors, so I think that might be one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to the ghost version of Atrociraptor, but also I just really like the designs of the Atrociraptors. And then we're losing stuff here. This time we have the Parasaurolophus, one of the hardest to find figures from the Captivz Wave 2 for me, because I was only just recently able to make a deal to get a hold of one, which is not quite here yet, but hopefully will be soon. But we have the Parasaurolophus. Let's see if we get the tail on all the way. There we go. And I think the sculpt of the Parasaurolophus is really nice. It's another one of those dinosaurs. It has kind of a little bit of a short tail, but again, the Parasaurolophus in general kind of has a short tail, so it's understandable. I really like the coloration of this one. Of course, I haven't seen the Captivz Wave 2 version in person yet, but I definitely love the color of that. Could be my favorite version of this. We'll just have to wait and see. And then we've got the Parasaurolophus on the token, and then the information. Not much of a killer rating. Very, very gentle giant is the Parasaurolophus. I think we are very close to having the complete line at this point. And we've got ourselves another Atrociraptor tiger in here, our second one of that as well. So hopefully we get the entire line with this case. I would think that we would, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But you've got, again, the really nice Atrociraptor tiger. So actually, we have the entire wave, I think, already. I'm pretty sure this is all of them from the first wave. I don't know that the regular colored version of the Pyro Raptor is in the first wave. I don't think that one is in this wave, so that means that the rest of these should potentially be all extras, unless I'm not remembering correctly. So we've got another Carnotaurus, and that is always great because the Carnotaurus is fantastic. I don't know that I'll actually repaint the Carno because I just really like the version that they've already given us. So that one might be one that doesn't get repainted. Although I think I have an older version of the Carno that I would repaint, one of the Clash Edition versions. And then the next one is another T-Rex. So it definitely seems like we are through the entire wave because it's been a little while since we had a new one. I think the Giga was probably the last one that we needed to find when it comes to, you know, different figures in the wave we hadn't already found. And I think I have that on right. Yeah, potentially. I think the Giga was the last one, so I'm pretty sure we are complete now as far as the line goes, but we have one still left to open, so let's see what we have in this one, which the final one is another, I think it's a Parasaurolophus. Yes, it is, so we have a Parasaurolophus as well. So as far as the main line of Captivz Jurassic World Dominion figures goes, that should be all of them if my camera would focus on them, because for some reason it does not want to. Come on, camera. There we go. And you can see all of them right here before us, a plethora of dinosaurs. So make sure you check back for the reviews of all of those, because I will have reviews up of every single figure you see here. And again, I want to say a huge thank you to Playwise Partners and Toymonster International for making this video, as well as the reviews of these possible by very kindly sending these over. So make sure you check back for the reviews, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.